October 21st, millions of Americans have toed long lines at various voting centers to cast their ballots ahead of Election Day. The early voting process comes to an end on Friday, November 1st, but there's one Bahamian who took full advantage of that early voting and is now sharing her experience with us. Here's LaDonna.
It's just 1 week before Election Day in the United States, and statistics show that already close to 50 million ballots have been cast leading up to the big day on November 5th. U.S. media reports indicate that the pre-election voting has declined significantly compared to 4 years ago, when it is believed that a record number of voters turned out before Election Day amid the COVID-19 pandemic. But it seems Bahamians with strong ties to the United States are not missing out on an opportunity to witness history. Host of What's Trending on the ZNS Network, Stacey Campbell Marshall, accompanied her parents last week to cast their ballots at a voting center in Florida.
I literally had to fly to Tampa, Florida, and I just had a one-day quick turnaround because it was so important for me to early vote. And so I jumped on that plane. It was weird. The feelings in my stomach, I just knew that it was so important for me to cast my ballot. And this year, unlike years in the past, elections in the past, I knew that I just had to make it happen to make sure that my vote counted.
Campbell Marshall, who has Bahamian and American citizenship, is fully supporting the U.S. Democratic campaign of Vice President Kamala Harris, branding the U.S. 2024 election as an historical moment in history for women. Campbell Marshall referenced former U.S. First Lady Hillary Clinton was the first woman to win a presidential nomination for the Democratic Party and the first woman to win the popular vote in the 2016 general elections. If Vice President Harris is successful, she would become the first female president of the United States, something Campbell Marshall strongly hopes becomes a reality.
It's monumental just because it shows how much and how far we've come. I'm not sure America is quite ready for a female president, but in light of the other choice, I think that America will be ready to give a woman a chance.
But what if the tables turn and former U.S. President Donald Trump is victorious at the polls and returns to the White House for a second non-consecutive term? Well, Campbell Marshall says while it can happen, Americans will all have to cross that bridge.
The other way, then, what can we do about it? I know that my stomach is just going to be in knots until we absolutely know what is going on. And, there's always a possibility that it can go the other way. I'm glad I live in the Bahamas.
In-person voting for the 2024 United States elections begins on Tuesday, November 5th.
Follow us at ZNS Digital on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or X. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and visit us on our website at znsbahamas.com.